this is where once again, all the custom homes and the high-end luxury homes are built. Now, the beautiful thing about Dieppe is that it's...
Hi there, my name is Lynn.
My name is Martin May. Together, we run New Brunswick Property Deals, where we connect savvy investors, both local and from out of province, to off-market properties with amazing cash flowing potential.
So whether you are a first-time home buyer or an experienced investor, we can find you your next investment property here in New Brunswick.
Can you tell us a little more about Dieppe and Riverview, just to know what's specific to those two areas?
Yeah, so Dieppe is actually where I live. I really like it because it's more quiet than the central London, so that's why I chose there. But Dieppe is the French community. So when you go to Dieppe downtown, which is located right about here, Dieppe Strip right here, there's a lot of French companies or companies that's its name starts in French and then it ends in English. So typically when you go to Dieppe, people will talk to you in French first, and then they'll speak to you in English once you say, hey, and then they'll say, oh, okay, and then they switch it up. So Dieppe is the main core of Dieppe where has a lot investor and rental income. It's right here, right in this area right here. Because what's located right here is the Champlain Mall, which is New Brunswick's largest shopping mall. And you can laugh at it, but it's a beautiful mall, really well kept. It has a lot of really good shopping stores and options there. So this whole section right here is where you're mainly going to want to invest into when you're looking to invest to rent out, because it's very central, walking distance to Moncton, walking distance to the shopping mall, and if Paul Street and Main Street here, or Dieppe Boulevard right here, is the central hub. There's so much traffic going through there, so it's just a good central area for you to invest in for Dieppe. As you move east through Dieppe, this is all considered Dieppe here. You'll notice my marker right here, which is the Fox Creek Golf Course or Golf Club. And this is where once again, all the custom homes and the high-end luxury homes are built. Now, the beautiful thing about Dieppe is that it's growing very fast. Downtown is actually slowly getting built up by houses, like 1.5-story homes are starting to get bought by companies, destroyed, and then put in apartment buildings or bigger businesses. So they're starting to expand the Dieppe downtown. So that's a great thing. So in Dieppe over here, all along Dieppe Boulevard, there are so many outlets on streets that are empty. They're already paved, there's already roundabouts made, and they're already pre-planning the expansion of Dieppe. It's still wooded, right? It's just a little driveway that goes into a bunch of woods, and that's it. But as you get closer to Charterville Road, you'll see where all the new development is. So this whole Charterville area is great for rental as well. Consists of a lot of family homes, single detached homes, semi-detached homes, and then there's also duplexes as well. And there's a lot of owners in this area that own the whole duplex, like side by side or semi-detached, considered a duplex if you sell together. So there's lots of rental potential in this area as well. Rent is consistent from Dieppe to Moncton to Riverview. Just because it's so close to each other, it is consistent. Now, there will be different neighborhoods, and I'm not going to say what neighborhoods, but there'll be different neighborhoods that are cheaper just because of the location. But it's like that in any major city. It's like that anywhere in the world. You go from two blocks one way, it'll be cheaper than 2 blocks to the right. And that just depends on what's in that area. But I'm not going to highlight that because I think every area in the Moncton area and Dieppe and Riverview, it's a great area. It has lots of potential. So Dieppe kind of runs down the Kodiak River to about here, and then it expands into Memramcook, which is very out in the woods. There's lots of potential if you're looking to buy land, like a lot of acres of land anywhere outside the city. There's so much space for that. So Dieppe is, like I said, it's a French community, and it is smaller than Moncton, but the main core is all right here. And basically the whole city of Dieppe has rental potential income. You could go as close to the downtown core. You could go further away to the family neighborhood. It's a short distance, and that's the beautiful thing about investing out here. You're not segregated to, oh, I can't go this far out because I can't go 45 minutes out of the core of Toronto, which might only be 10 kilometers, right? So like you can literally choose anywhere in the city, because typically people out here, they have vehicles, renters own vehicles to commute from. It's not, there's buses and everything like that, but it's more common for everyone to have a vehicle out here to get around, because it makes it a lot simpler and a lot easier to do so.
Yeah. So people who live in Dieppe, are they purely Francophone, or are they more or less perfectly bilingual, would you say? Just for our viewers, who are not comfortable with French as a language.
Oh, yeah. So like everyone in Dieppe speaks English, right? You might meet the occasional person that is very French and they're from Quebec. But everyone in Dieppe speaks like perfect English, perfect French. I don't speak French myself, and I live in Dieppe, and it's very easy to talk to people. When I first started going to shops or started talking to people, I had that concern of like, oh, I wonder if they don't know English, or when you go to a shop and they start speaking French, I was like, oh, it's like I don't know what they say. But very easily, I'm just like, oh, like English, and they're like, okay, sure, and then they read off on English. There's no worries if you don't know how to speak French. Typically, even for renting side, there's a lot of people that will speak French and English, right? Because it's bilingual, and Moncton is also bilingual as well. But you have no issues in that sense for communication. If you're looking for renters, it's not just going to be French, right? If you do know French, and they know French, that just makes your connection even better.
Perfect. Awesome.
So Riverview.
Yeah.
So Riverview, yes. So Riverview is the smallest of the three, but it's very pretty. It's Riverview downtown is Riverview downtown starts about here and goes all the way down Coverdale Road until you keep going outside the city. So Riverview, all the businesses and the restaurants, which Riverview has some really nice restaurants. It also has a chocolate making place right on the Kodiak River, which is pretty cool. But everything's on the main strip. So you got the Homestead breakfast place, you got Near East. Every place needs a Dairy Queen. But it's just a really well kept city. It's really clean, very, very pretty. And the expansion of Riverview goes south. So your rental, when you're looking for rental families, once again, it really comes down to who you're renting to or what your target is. If you're looking for more of a family long-term renting, you want to go further away from downtown, more into like West Riverview, into the Pinewood Road area, where it's all like family detached homes, different sizes, everything like that. But the main portion of rentals or renters is in the core, once again. So anywhere from the main street into River Heights to Huron Street, Barclay Drive, it's all great potential for income properties as well. Now, I'm glad that we're on Riverview now, because there's only 2 entrances to Riverview currently right now. So there's Von Harvey, which is the main bridge to Riverview that a lot of people use. Then there is the causeway. So now the causeway right now, just to kind of give you a little bit of history, they built the causeway back in the 1900s, and the causeway held back a lot of the water, the Kodiak River, from this area over here. Now that's an environmental disaster, and they realize that now. So what they've been doing over the past couple of years is constructing a new bridge right beside the causeway so that they can destroy the causeway. This year, they are blocking off this route here will be blocked off for the remainder of the year as they are prepping to get the bridge completed. So as of right now, or upcoming very soon in the spring, the main route, it's going to be the main street. which it will get congested, but it's for the greater good. Which I'm really excited for the new bridge to come, because when they destroy the causeway, the water will be able to flow all the way through, and it'll just make it more enjoyable and easier traffic flow, because the causeway is only one lane both ways. So hopefully they'll change it to 3 or 2 both ways, because there's lots of travel from Moncton to Riverview. Lots of people in Riverview work in Moncton. So if you're thinking about renting to people that are renters, right? There's a lot of young professionals that live in Riverview. It all comes down to taste. You'll hear some people say, "Oh, I love Moncton." You hear some people say, a lot of people say, "I love Riverview." You'll hear some people say, "I love Dieppe." It really comes down to their personal preference, and people who live there a long time that say, "Okay, I'm sick and tired of Moncton. I want to live in Riverview because it's a little bit more quiet. You're on the other side of the river. You're away from all the chaos of the city of Moncton." So lots of potential.